Hey, tonight another adverse environment, great gym. You guys had built a substantial lead at various points throughout this game, but what did it take to finally put these guys away?
Um, just executing down the stretch. Making sure we take care of the ball, making sure we get good looks, good shots, and most importantly, finishing out possessions with rebounds.
How important was it for you guys to, I know you look at it individually with games, but to start the road trip with the win and then to drop those two in the middle in order to get this one to close the road trip 500?
I mean, that's great. We had to back home with, 2-2, on the road. Those two games, we dropped, it's great lessons for us. It's against good teams, and, we'll learn the lessons and get better from them.
You had 5 blocks tonight. Coach was just in here. He says he's an elite rim protector. When you hear that from the head man, and I'm sure you believe that in your heart too, to be able to add that element to this team, take ownership of that. You've been asked about it before, but how much are you embracing it as the season goes along of really solidifying that role?
Oh, I'm embracing it every single game, from the very start of the first day where JB came in, as a head coach and talked about how his bigs needs to defend the rim. I took that very seriously, and every single night, I strive and to be the best shot blocker, best rim protector, best defensive player out there on the floor. Truly in my heart, I feel I am the best defensive player in this league.
Stu, you bounce back and forth between center and power forward, obviously, over the first 4 years. Being a guy that played center coming into the NBA, how do you think playing power forward maybe helped you see different aspects of the game, and do you think any of that maybe helped you defensively as well?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, playing at power forward, I guarded a lot on the perimeter. And offensively, I got to see how the game, is played on the perimeter in terms of spacing and, where you're supposed to be and, all those kinds of things. So, obviously having that knowledge and, being switched back to, the 5, that's good knowledge I have. Obviously knowing how the 4 works and defensively, seeing those things.
You mentioned going back home with a record of 2-2 on this road trip. When you look back at these 4 games, what do you think is the biggest lesson for you guys that you can take and help you guys finish the regular season off strong?
The biggest lesson for us is, not letting up. Not getting a good lead and, us feeling like the game is over. Continue to, play our style of basketball from start to finish. Don't get comfortable because, we know what we're playing for. So, we can't get comfortable when we get a lead. We got to continue to, play our style of basketball.
19-15 on the road this season. What do you credit this team just being able to consistently find that second gear in road environments?
Oh, yeah. We love it when our back's against the wall. Obviously going to, an opponent house and, having everybody against us. I feel like that's where we thrive. When everybody is against us and, all we got is each other.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Stu.
Stu.